Hello everybody, Battlewolf here. So I was actually planning on actually streaming this about an hour ago. Got everything set up, got my mic set up, got my camera where I wanted it to be, made sure Mass Effect was up and loaded and ready to go. And then the landscapers decided, oh, what would be a great time to, what would be great to do right now is to go ahead and mow and blow the sidewalks right underneath this window right now. So yeah, and that they are loud. These windows that I have here are not very soundproof, and it's like I'm not going to subject that to you guys. So I had to wait. Finally, they're all done. I think a leaf blower might still come by, so we might get some more noise again. I hope it's not too much of an interference, but I want to be playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I know I'm still doing Doom and Just Cause 3. Those are not being put aside or anything. I'm going to still do them. I just want to rotate my games a little bit, get some variety in there. So it's not always the same game again and again and again. Add some variety to there. See what brings in the views, see what people like, and just to kind of keep things interesting. Also, to avoid burnout on my end. When I play a game for a long time, it's just that game, I burned out. That happened to me with Assassin's Creed Origins. I never finished it yet because I got burned out on it. I got burned out in Fallout. I never finished the main story of Fallout. I think I finished it once, but that was it. And to this day, I still sometimes have a hard time getting back into it. So yeah, I don't want to burn out. Now, Mass Effect is my favorite game franchise I've ever played. I absolutely love the game. I don't think any other game that I have played recently that has touched me as much as Mass Effect has done, except for maybe Fallout 4. It adds two things to it that I love most about two of my favorite passions: RPGs and science fiction. As if you followed me on YouTube in the past, or if you know me personally, you know that I'm a huge fan of sci fi, especially when it comes to Star Trek. Star Trek is my ultimate favorite franchise series out there. I would watch anything that's Star Trek, except Discovery. I am sorry for any Discovery fans out there. I cannot get myself into Discovery. I know those graphics are great. I know the space battles are good and stuff, but that's not it. It's the story. I don't like game shows that do prequel and change around what's established canon. And I'm not going to get on my soapbox and start ranting and raving about Discovery. But everything else I love. I love Lower Decks. I love Picard. I like all the original series. And I'm really looking forward to Strange New Worlds. I haven't checked out Prodigy yet. I don't know. I don't even think that's out just yet. But I don't know. It's supposed to be for kids, definitely, but I just don't like the idea of a bunch of kids finding an old starship and explore the galaxy in it. It's just that seems stupid. Sorry to say that, but that just sounds terrible. Okay, well, enough of me just ranting or raving and me just talking your ears off. I'm gonna go ahead and get the game going. The beginning is kind of slow because I'm going to be kind of building up my character a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit customization on it, but I absolutely love this game. So we will get this game up and running. There we go. Kind of a long startup. Oh yeah. Now I'll be playing Fem-Shep. Fem-Shep is normally what when I play a game that you can choose a gender, I normally pick female. Mainly for one main reason. Because I'm a male. And I like looking at a female body. That's how it goes. It's just... And that may sound weird coming from me or sexist or anything like that. It's just I appreciate the female body. And when I'm playing a game and I'm a character in a third person and you're running around viewing the backside of somebody, I don't want to be looking at a male's butt. So I watch but a lot of people seem to have a weird fixation about how if you're playing a role-playing game, you need to play your gender in the way you look. It's like, that's not what role-playing is. Role-playing is taking yourself out of what you normally are and playing something different. So I normally play a female character on these kind of games. It's just my personal preference. I know some people like playing male, some like playing female. And with Mass Effect, I have played both gender, male and female on it. And I just can't get past the male voice actor. I think his name is Mark, or I know it starts with the M. I think it's Mark, but I understand he's a great voice actor. When I've heard him in other things before, and he is a good voice actor in that, but just for some reason in Mass Effect, he sounds so blocky, wooden, and boring. Whereas Jennifer Hale, who plays female Shep, I think does an excellent job, and I know some people think she's has no emotion and stuff into it. I don't see it. I guess it's just maybe personal preference or how you view voice acting and stuff, but I just really like the female voice actors for Mass Effect. Alright, so as you see here, I've had a character already here. I'm not going to resume that, so I'm going to start up a new character. Yeah. Now, I really love what the Legendary Edition has done to the game. Alright, we'll start a new career here.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Now, I was going to put some mods in this to kind of change around the default character models and add some additional features I think should have been added to the game. But Nexus Mod says that their mod manager, Vortex, is supported. This supports this game. It does not. It's not even on their list of supported games on the program. On their website it says it's supported, but not on the program itself. And it used to be probably because a lot of the mods that are available on Nexus Mods say to download with Mod Manager. But it's not supported. So I really don't know what is going on with that. But looks like they're doing some more work around here. Hope it's not too loud. I got noise canceling excuse me, noise canceling headphones on, so I really can't tell if it's going to get too noisy, but hopefully they'll be done fast. Alright, so let's go ahead and enter a new ID, and we'll do a custom female.
Please log in to access your profile.
And I'm going to choose Elsa Shepard.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile.
I really think this is really clever on how
Confirm pre-service history.
they did this. So, alright. Here are the three choices you get. Spacer, both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent in ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. Colonist, you were born and raised on Mindor, a small border colony in the Acterian Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindor, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol and you enlisted with the military a few years later. Earthborn, you were an orphan raised in the streets of the great metropolises covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. Now, with all three of these, Earthborn is considered canon. I don't want to play Earthborn. I just don't like the side mission about Earthborn. Colonist is okay, but it's awfully sad. I kind of like Spacers. A little bit more of a steady personality of a Paragon versus Renegade. With Spacer, you have a little bit more Paragon when you start. Colonist, you're neutral. In Earthborn, you have a little bit more Renegade. I'm going to go with Spacer.
Confirm psychological profile.
Alright, we've got three different psychological profiles. This indicates your state of mind. Soul Survivor. During your service, a mission that went horribly wrong, trapped in an extreme survival situations, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell, and now you're alone and left to tell the tale. Soul Survivor is also considered canon. I also don't like the Soul Survivor. You get both a little bit of Paragon and Renegade. There is a bug in this game that makes you... There's a quest where you are considered actually as a Soul Survivor. They didn't fix that with the Legendary Edition. I do not know why, but it's still there. Whenever we come up to that, I will point it out again. War Hero. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and resignation from the Alliance fleet. This is the one I want to choose. You can start off with a little bit of Paragon. I also like the idea of being a war hero. I always like playing characters who are above and beyond the common man and women of the universe you're in. Ruthless. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers weary of you. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. This will give you a good boost in Renegade in the beginning of it, but I just don't like playing. Playing Renegade sometimes is kind of fun in some games, but in this game, because the characters are so well established that when you play Renegade and they start to hate you, you start to hate yourself. So, I will not be playing any Renegade playthroughs of this game. I will do Renegade choices at times when I feel it needs to be fit. In Mass Effect 2 and 3, there's this thing that they called Paragon and Renegade interrupts, where you do some kind of finesse, like a Renegade, like Paragon. You stop someone from rambling on, or you stop someone from throwing their life away, or you stop someone from walking into something that could kill them. Renegade, you do some kind of badassery movement or something. You interrupt somebody in an aggressive way, or you just things that I don't know why they call it Renegade, because some of these things are badass. So I have a kind of a list in my own head about which Renegade interrupts to use and when not to use them. So I'll be using some of them, but not all. But there are some that's just downright awesome to use. Kind of like you have to feel the room. Like if it's a bunch of slavers and stuff around you and you get a renegade movement, I say use it. So we'll do war hero.
Confirm military specialization.
All right, you got 6 classes you can choose from. You got soldier. Soldiers are combat specialists ideal for the front lines of a firefight. Soldiers have improved health, can specialize in the use of weapon types, start with the ability to wear medium armor, and good training to the use of heavy armor. Engineer. Engineers are tech specialists. Using a holographic Omni tool, they can decrypt security systems, repair or modify technical equipment, disrupt enemy weapons or shields, and heal their squad. Engineers can only wear light armor and specialize in pistols. Engineer is kind of like clerics or healers in a game. Soldier, of course, the tank. Abdit. Abdits are biotic specialists. Through upgradable implants, they can use biotic powers to lift or throw objects, shield the squad, and disable or destroy enemies. Abdits can only wear light armor, and they specialize in pistols. They are like sorcerers, wizards in a game. Infiltrator. Infiltrators combine combat and tech abilities to specialize in killing or disabling enemies at long range. Infiltrators can train in the use of Omni tools, focusing on decryption and offensive abilities rather than healing. They can specialize in pistols or sniper rifles who wear medium armor. They're like rogues or rangers in a game. I normally always play an infiltrator because when I play like an RPG that is set in like a medieval set period, I normally play an archer or a ranger or a rogue. I just really like that play style. I like doing sometimes stealth. When the stealth is done good. There's some games where the stealth is downright terrible, and I hate games where you have to do stealth no matter what. If you get caught, game over. I like playing stealth when I can, but if I get seen, I want the game to continue. Sentinel. Sentinels combine biotic and tech abilities. Typically, they use biotic abilities and advanced healing skills to defend allies, though they can also disrupt opponents with biotic or tech attacks. They are more efficient at tech and biotics than any other classes, but at the exception of combat. Sentinels can only wear light armor and receive no specialized weapons training. I think this one is... I don't know what you really would define these people to be kind of like. Soldiers like a knight. Engineers are like clerics, sorcerers, rogues. I really don't know what you may call a sentinel. Someone who wears light armor, specialize in both magic and stealth and stuff. Maybe these are more like the thieves, sentinels. Or infiltrators more like a ranger. So these might be more like a thief. Vanguard. Vanguards are biotic warriors. They combine biotics and weapons to take down opponents and are especially deadly at short range. They specialize in pistols and shotguns and wear medium armor. I think these people can be actually kind of almost be like paladins, maybe not fully, slightly like paladins. But I'm gonna do Abdit. I never have done Abdit before, so I wanted something a little bit fresh and new to this game. Since I'm doing this, since I've played this game so many times, I want to do something a little bit different. So I am going to do Abdit. Now, since I finished the game before, I can select a bonus talent, something that I can do in the beginning of this, that I can specialize in a certain type of profile and stuff. And since decryption, I'm always going to have somebody who can do decryption, and it's a character that you get pretty early on in the game, and you also got other characters with you early in the game that can do decryption, so I really don't think that's necessary for me to do. Shotguns, I never really liked the shotguns in Mass Effect 1 and 2 and 3. It's a little bit better done, but in 1, no. Assault rifles, kind of okay, but sniper rifles, oh yeah.
Confirm.
Yeah, I'll specialize in sniper rifles, that's for sure. Alright, so I'm going to change the appearance, and let's cycle some of the presets they have here. see, they give you a lot of options. This one I kind of like the face a little bit on there. I like the fact that it has freckles. This one really kind of, in the early game when the first game first came out and this came out, this was almost completely black. You could barely see anything except her eyes. They kind of fleshed everything out a little bit. The characters look a little bit better. But I'm gonna go this one, but I'm going to change a few things. Like one for sure, the hair. I'm going to put her black to being a redhead. There we go. I'll change the hairstyle a little bit, maybe here. Let's see what kind of hairstyle would look good on her. No, not cornrows. Short. Something that seems military, but also. Now, I guess this hair is pretty good. This one's kind of good too. I like how it kind of curves around on her head. Stop looking all over the place and look strictly at me. There you go. I think I'm gonna go with this here. Kind of slicked back, short. Could be military. It could be military reg. And let's see, brow color. Let's turn it back. Let's take it to red too. There we go. All right, so I'm also gonna change the eye color. There we go, green, red, and green. I know she's definitely an Irish person. Same with the name Elsa. Let's see. Eye shape. A little bit better. Just a little bit smaller eyes. Let's see, how does the nose look? One thing about this character development, it's kind of hard to get them to move just the way you want them to. See the nose. Nostrils are way too big on that one. Come on, look over here, please. I want to see the side profile. Oh, hell no. The nostrils are way too flared. I guess that would be okay, nose. Let's see, makeup. Let's see. Where's the freckles? A little bit more thickness in the neck since she is a soldier. She needs to be that shows that she works out. Let's see, let's change her scars a little bit. Make her look like she's been in a few battles in the past. Nothing too much. Thing is, they take away all these scars in Mass Effect 2 and 3, so you don't have these scars again anymore. So I'm just gonna have this one across the eyebrow and mouth, but we won't see him after Mass Effect 1. All right, makeup here. I'm gonna do some eyeshadow. Eyeshadow color. Only make the coloring that bright, so you can't really see exactly what color it might be. They kind of make it out, but it's hard to know exactly where the black is. Okay, there we go. Alright, lip color. Let's go with natural. And blush color, you can't really even see the blush, so I'm just going to keep that there. Now, one thing too is I'm going to kind of change around the lips a little bit. I think that's the original ones it came with already. But, alright, well, I think this is pretty good for what I have. Alright, so let's go ahead and finalize this. If you want to make the same exact character I did, here's the code that you can pause the video and type it out yourself. Alright, so finalize
Profile
this.
reconstruction complete.
Elsa Shepard, Spacer, War Hero, Abdit, Sniper Rifle, Specialization. Once you confirm your character is complete, you could be unable to change any settings. Confirm.
Identification confirmed.
Alright, so difficulty mode I'm going to do is Veteran for right now. If the game becomes too easy, I'll bump it up, but I'm never going to lower it down. I'm going to do Legendary mode, level scaling, which is in classic mode, the original 1 to 60 level range will be used instead for the new 1 to 30 range. XP and talent point progression remains the same, but the number of levels is doubled. I kind of like them doing it there. You don't level up as often, which allows you to allows you not to have to keep going in and leveling up your character almost every single combat in the very beginning. I'm going to have it the squad power. We'll use all their weapons. We'll use all their powers. I turn off auto level. I do not like using auto level. I want to choose the way I want to level up my character. Subtitles will be on, autosaves on, and we'll enable the tutorials, pop-ups and stuff in case I forget anything. It's been a few months since I played Legendary Edition, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's probably going to take me a while to get used to the controls again. But here we go.
Well, what about Shepard? She's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of her life.
Military service runs in the family. Both her parents were in the Navy.
She proved herself during the Blitz, held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
She's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question her courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, and as we traveled to the furthest stars, the basis for the incredible technology was the force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called this the greatest discovery in human history, and the galaxy calls it Mass Effect. They sure zoomed through that pretty fast. If you want to read that out, you gotta read fast.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating a transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Okay. Paragon is up here, Neutral, and Renegade.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Alright. Is he upset?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Alright, so now we have control of our character. This is the Normandy. This is the bridge cockpit area. Got some people here at their stations and can't really talk with any of them. You have your Joker,
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
who is voiced by Seth Green.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
I forget what the name of this voice actor is, but I also know him from Knights of the Old Republic as Carthonasi, I think his name was. It's been a long time since I played Knights of the Old Republic, which, by the way, have just gotten, they're just confirmed they're making a remake of it, so I'm definitely jumping into that when I have a chance. I'm definitely going to be playing that on this channel. Definitely. Alright, so...
I told you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged, right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
There's Navigator Presley. He's the third in command of the Normandy. Shepard, your character, is the XO, which is second in command. And then Captain Anderson is the captain of the Normandy, and you heard him over the comm, and he's voiced by Keith David. Awesome legend in the voice acting community and in the acting community too. He is a great actor, great voice actor. Navigator Presley is voiced, I don't know his name right off the bat, but he played Barclay in Star Trek Next Generation and Star Trek Voyager. And if you're familiar with that, and you're also familiar with the A-Team, you know he also played in the A-Team. I don't know the name of his character in the A-Team. I never really watched the show myself. I just know about it. But there is some really big names they have in this game. And this looks like just random stations along this neck of the ship. Let's see, we'll bring up a map. As you can see, if you saw the ship as flying by, you can kind of start making out kind of the shape of how this is all laid out. Here we have a bunch of stations on both sides of this map of the galaxy. But let's talk to Navigator Presley here.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Over here is stuff that brings up additional dialogue, like investigate, where you can ask him certain questions, and this normally doesn't progress the main dialogue like over here. These normally come back to here, not always, but if you see something here like this on the side and something like this on there, on this side, you gotta do this to continue on. If he wants to see me, he will say, I won't keep ya, and then you're locked out until you can talk to him again later on. But you also might not get the dialogue you could have asked him. So we're going to do as much dialogue as we can, because I love the writing in this game. The writing in this game, I can't stress enough on how much the world building of this game is awesome.
Sounds like you don't trust Arturian Guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
And then, of course, here you can continue on with some more. You know, investigate some more, or I can say two things like a cover. And this one, you're wrong. It's kind of more of a renegade action. This is more of a paragon.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, ma'am. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Alright, so that's it on there, so...
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Okay, so... Bring up this here, squad. Squad's created allows you to view your team's talents. I got 3 points right now, so I'm pumping them on to charm. I want the dialogue options. I will always upgrade charm. If I have the ability to upgrade charm, I will do it. And then I'll start upgrading like my throw, warp, and stuff like that. I've got the journal. Prologue on the Normandy. You are the Lieutenant Commander Shepard, Executive Officer of the SS Normandy. Go speak to Captain Anderson in the comm room. And then we have Codex. Codex has primary and secondary. Secondary is not voiced. Primary is voiced. And I'm going to go through all the codexes.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
Alright, and then here.
Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castanet Drescher, launched a strong counteroffensive, evicting them from Shanxi. The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
Hey, Belladonna, how you doing? We have your System Alliance.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
Okay, and then we have here the secondary stuff. Personal history summary, profile. This is the one that we established in the beginning. Born into a naval family, you spent your childhood on ships and stations. You moved from posting to posting as your parents were reassigned. You enlisted into the Alliance military yourself on the day you turned 18. You were on shore leave at Elysium when the first wave of the Skillian Blitz struck, a massive coalition force of slavers, crime syndicates, and Batarian warlords attacked the human colony, determined to wipe it out. You rallied the civilian inhabitants, leading them in their desperate fight to hold off the invaders. When enemy troops broke through the colony defenses, you single-handedly held them off and sealed the breach. After hours of brutal fighting, reinforcements finally arrived, and the enemy broke ranks and fled. Because of your actions, Elysium was saved, and you were regarded throughout the Alliance as a true hero. You have Humanity and System Alliance here. Timeline. 2069. Armstrong Station at Shackleton Crater becomes the first human settlement on Luna. It is formally founded on July 24th, at the 100th anniversary of the first lunar landing. And I hope that one day we can actually have a real base on the moon. It'd be great to finally step off of Earth. 2103. Low City in Moskazma became the first human settlement on Mars. 2137. Edfield Ashland Energy Corporation demonstrates helium-3 fuel extraction from the atmosphere of Saturn. 2142. Construction of Garriton Station, Jump Zero, begins beyond the orbit of Pluto. 2148. Prospectors discovered a Prothean ruin at the Parmenides Platinum on Mars. I'll say again, if you're new to my channel or anything like that, I am terrible with pronunciation with some words, so you're just going to have to... I try my best. I just have a speech impediment my entire life, so I have a problem with certain words. 2149. Translation of Prothean data leads humans to the Charon Mass Relay System Alliance founded to incorporate exploration and colonization of extrasolar worlds. 2141. A shipping accident at Singapore International Spaceport exposes downwind communities to containers of dust form Element Zero. Alliance begins construction of Arcturus Station. 2152. Roughly 30% of the children born in Singapore after Element Zero exposure suffers from cancerous growths. System Alliance begins settlement of Earth first, extrasolar colony world, the planet Demeter. 2154. Commander Shepard is born. 2155. System Alliance occupies completed portions of Arcturus Station as a headquarters. 2156. Some children in Singapore exhibit minor telekinetic abilities. 2157. Turians encounter human explorers. First Contract War. Occupation and liberation of the human colony of Zhengxi. 2158. Humans learn potentials of biotics. A international effort to expose element zero exposure begins. Roughly 10% of exposed children show some level of biotic ability. 2160. Human System Alliance Parliament formed. 2165. Human establishes embassy on Citadel. 2170. Praetorian slavers attacked the Alliance colony of Endor. If I did the colonists, this would have been the hit. This would have been the colony that you lived on that got destroyed. Skeleton Blitz. Pirates and slavers attack Elysium, the human capital on the Skillian Verge. 2176. This is our war hero event. 2177. Thresher Maul devours an Alliance colony on Accuse. That's if we choose to be the sole survivor. Excuse me. 2158. In retaliation for the Skillian Blitz, an Alliance fleet wipes out the army of slavers on the moon of Torfun. If I choose the ruthless psychological profile, this would have been the event. And then 2183 is the current date. So this game takes place 201 years after I was born. So, yeah. I don't think I'll be around for that long, though, because I don't want to be 201. I want to live to be past 100, but after that, I'm ready to after that. Alright, ships and vehicles. Now, this is one of the things I really like about this game is they really went into the technology side of the game. A lot of games don't do this when they do sci-fi. But this game, they think, the writers, BioWare, thought all this stuff through. Thought about what's going on in their head and then put out here. So you make the world building more believable, which I really like that aspect. I don't know how else to explain it. It's beautifully done. And you'll see as we progress more and more through and read more about the technology on how they thought up everything in this game to make it seem so believable. Light lag, and also I have to say too, they really they did their research on physics. I don't know that much about physics, but I do know some because I'm really into science and I listen to a lot of podcasts with scientists in it, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Carl Sagan, Brian Cox. I can't pronounce his name, but he's Asian theoretical physicist. He has long white hair. You've probably seen a lot of videos of him on the internet. I watched a lot of their videos, and this stuff just makes it seem so believable because the science they work on this was really well done. Light lag prevents sensing in real time at great distances. A ship firing its thrusters at the Chiron relay can be easily detected from Earth. For a 5.75 light hours, 6 billion kilometers away. But Earth will only see the event 5 hours and 45 minutes after it occurs. Due to the light speed limit, defenders can't see enemies coming until they've already arrived. Because there is FTL travel and communications but no FTL sensors, frigates are crucial for scouting and picket duties. Passive sensors are used for long-range detection, while active sensors obtain short-range, high-quality targeting data. Passive sensors include visual, thermographic, and radio detectors that watch and listen for objects in space. A powered ship emits a great deal of energy. The heat of the life support systems, the radiation given off by the power plant electrical equipment, the exhaust of the thrusters. Starship stands out primarily against the near absolute zero background of space. Passive sensors can be used during FTL travel, but incoming data is significantly distorted by the events of the Mass Effect envelope and Doppler shift. Active sensors are radars and high-resolution LiDARs, laser detection and ranging, can emit a ping of energy to listen for return signals, kind of like sonar, like what bats use or dolphins or whales use. LiDARs have a narrower field of view than radar, but LiDAR resolution allows images of detected objects to be assembled. Active sensors are useless when a ship is moving at FTL speed. Alright, that takes care of all the codexes at the moment. Let's continue on.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Alright, so let's do the investigate first.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Okay, you'll do fine.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
If you are familiar with old memes, Jenkins is a actual play on Leroy Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins was a famous World of Warcraft meme where a guy leaves for a moment while they were discussing a plan with a bunch of other players for a big raid. When he came back, he says, "I'm back," and then he runs into the room when they weren't supposed to yet, yelling out Leroy Jenkins, and ends up destroying the plan, and everybody in that group got killed on that raid. You'll see why he's called Jenkins in a little bit here.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Alright, and we did all of those, so...
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Try to talk to him again?
Yes, Commander. Is there something you need?
And she has the same options, too, if you talk to her, so...
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright, and over here we got the other established here. This allows us to get down to the other decks, but since the captain wants to talk to us, we can't go down to our quarters or anything like that yet. Galaxy map. Only the commanding officer can specify a destination for the Normandy. And I am only the XO, not the commander. Looks like Nihilus is here. I don't see the captain though, but let's see what he wants. I assume that's probably Eden Prime.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Yeah?
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir?
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Now, considering why did the Council... They already said why we told the Council, so... I'm not going to be playing the bigot. I'm not going to be playing the human first type playthrough. I'm going to be doing the... I'm okay with any kind of race. And I believe that's how I would also feel too. If there was alien races out there and they were peaceful, I wouldn't really dismiss them.
It never hurts to have a few extra hands on board.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy. and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Oh, quick thing I want to mention is that big news in my family. My wife and I, we're going to be getting ourselves a cat. We pretty much have bought most of the stuff needed to bring a cat in, but we're going to be probably heading out and adopting a cat, most likely on Friday or sometime early next week.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
I'm going to continue doing it. Sitting on the chair for so long, I need to get like a seat cushion or something.
Engaging stealth systems.
That does not look good.
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secured, Commander.
Okay, now I think we got some new stuff here. I got the squad. We got Kaidan here. He is a sentinel, which specializes in which is a combination of engineering and biotics. So we're going to increase his decryption, and we're going to give him some first aid. And then we got Richard Jenkins here. He's a soldier, so let's just go ahead and pump into soldier there. And of course, I've already used my 3 points. Journal. You're in charge of the ground team dropped onto Eden Prime, an Alliance colony under attack. Your primary goal is to find and secure the Prothean beacon. Make your way to the excavation site where the beacon was unearthed. That's all we have right now in ways of quests. Codex here. We got a lot more here.
Roughly
I did Turians, due to extinct races.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kadje, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens. Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years, they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
Thanks, Belladonna.
The Terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species, united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The Terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the Terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the Terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
Alright, I don't think there's nothing in secondary. So, alright. So where we have an equipment. We got the Lancer 1, Storm 1, Kessler 1, Avenger 1. Got a grenade launcher. We got a Solaris amp. And we have the Onyx 1 shield. We don't have anything else at the moment. No mods or anything we could add to our equipment.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere.
Alright, so I can push shift and I can equip what I want to have as my main weapon. As of right now, since we are out in the open and I specialize in sniper rifles as a special, I will activate that. And then I can also move my skills up to quick keys so I can activate them quickly. And you could also command your companions to do the same. With Kaidan, I'm going to have a pistol, and he's going to have his sniper rifle. I'm going to actually put him to have a shotgun, assault rifle, and I'll have the sniper. Alright. Start moving out.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
We have here upgrade kit. No, wrong key. So he's pushing E to open up stuff, but that's actually to command one of your squads. Q and E could be used for either character. Q is Kaidan, since he's on the left, and then E is on the right for Kaidan. It's spacebar I wanted to do. We got armor upgrade, shock absorbers. Alright, so let's see here. Codex, we got secondary of weapons, armor, and equipment. Upgrades. The development of practical manufacturing Omni tools allow modern militaries a great deal of flexibility in equipment loadouts. A vast number of field modification kits or upgrades are available for common equipment such as weapons, armor, Omni tools, biotic amps, and even grenades. An upgrade kit typically consists of less than a dozen unique parts in an optical storage disc. When loaded into an Omni tool, the OSD provides all technical specifications required to manufacture the tools and additional parts necessary to install the upgrade into another piece of equipment. Assembly is typically modular, and installation could be completed in less than a minute. Since Omni tools are designed to use complex battlefield salvage materials such as plastics, ceramics, and light metals rendered into semi-molten Omni gel for quick use, it is quite possible for a trained soldier carrying upgrade kits to customize gear in the battlefield to fit the current tactical situation. Alright, also in equipment, you can actually, nice little thing they added to this. Let's see, can I access it just yet? Details. Alright, you can see about the company. Reliable and efficient, Earth-based Hanar Kanar has become a major supplier of the System Alliance military. Their weapons are considered stock quality at best, though their armor lines are generally recognized as above average. And about the Avenger. The Avenger is a common sniper rifle model made by Hanar Kanar, primarily used by policing and planetary militia groups. A versatile and reliable weapon, it has average accuracy compared to other sniper rifles of its class. And our pistols. Same company, but the Kessler is a standard issue sidearm for the System Alliance Navy. It is reliable and moderately accurate when compared to other sidearms of its class. Shotgun is made by the same company. The Storm is a standard issue shotgun for the System Alliance Navy. It is reliable and accurate when compared to other shotguns of its class. And the Lancer, made by the same company. The Lancer is a standard issue rifle for the System Alliance Navy. It is accurate when fired in controlled bursts, but suffers from low accuracy during sustained fire. Alright, our grenade launcher is made by the same company. Alliance grenades are middle disc capable of sticking to any flat surface. They can be triggered remotely after attaching to a target, or it will detonate automatically after 10 seconds. I don't use grenades all that often because I find them unwilling to, hard to aim, and they normally don't work very effective. But there will be a few instances where they will come in handy. Alright, the Solarian Amp. It's made by the Alteran Labs. Alteran Labs is a human manufacturing base on the Luna colony, providing basic, reliable equipment and at affordable costs has made them a primary supplier of armor, omni-tools, and bioamps to the System Alliance military. Amplifiers increase biotic abilities by synchronizing the element 0 nodes within the user's central nervous system. Essentially what happens with the biotics in humans is they get cancerous growths in their brain, but instead of killing the human, it allows the human to be able to do things like lift objects with their mind, throw objects with their mind, and other types of abilities. Alright, and the armor is made by the same company that made the amp. Lightweight, comfortable armor provides basic protection from enemy attacks and minimizes movement penalties affecting weapon accuracy. And I think everyone else, yeah, he has the Solarian Amp too, but he has the Bioware tool. Excuse me. It's made by the same company. Omni tools are multi-purpose diagnostic and manufacturing tools used for a variety of battlefield tasks. And I think that's it in ways of equipment and companies. It just shows the detail that BioWare put into this. That you even can look at about the companies and even see their logo. Alright. Alright, that's it for now, but we got that shock absorbers, so let's go ahead and give that to our character. Equipment, go to armor. Shock absorbers 2. Installing microgravmetric emitters into a combat suit artificially increases mass, providing protection against concussive force delivered by explosions, high impact ammo, and biotic attacks such as lift and flow. We get a plus 15% physics threshold, so we're able to withstand explosions and pushes and stuff like that a lot more easily. So we'll have the shock absorbers put in. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on. This is the dead end this way, so let's go this way now. We'll ignore these gas bags, they're harmless. I just shot that one just so you can see them explode. It just seems such a weird looking creature though. Hey Nate, how you doing? I think it got attacked. I feel better than I did yesterday, Nate. That's it.
Rip right through his shields. We're out of chance.
Poor chickens, we hardly knew you. And that's true, we hardly knew you.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Alright, I think we've got more codexes here.
Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
Yeah, I'm going to go Paragon, but I am going to do certain Renegade interrupts in Mass Effect 2 and 3. Alright, our journal. Chicken is dead, but you have to press on to the dig site. Oh yeah, there are a few that you cannot do Paragon interrupts. There's some that are just downright awesome or really help you out. Alright, get back. Switched out my sniper rifle. Med gels needed to heal injured squad members.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
So how do you see? How do I heal? Oh, okay, there we go. Yep, I healed. Okay, cool. It's too quiet.
Not now, Commander.
Yeah, there's somebody, got burnt. Crispy. Yeah, I know. I don't think Kaidan gets much love out there. Kaidan's just a little bit above Jacob. Though I don't know who I'm going to sacrifice in this yet. I'm still debating. Yeah. Or no, I might save Kaidan because I've always saved Ashley, and I kind of want to see what happens with Kaidan in Mass Effect 3, but I'm not sure yet. Oh, Ashley and James hook up in Mass Effect 3? Oh yeah, I remember he said something to her in Spanish. And I remember she giggles. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Citadel DLC. I remember that now. Ow. He's gonna feel that in the morning.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
Yeah, I'm going to romance Garrus. But I am going to romance, of course, Liara in the first one, but then move on to Garrus. Also, Liara's comment about you dating Garrus is hilarious on the Shadow Broker DLC. It's just her, what she says is hilarious.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, ma'am. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
They focused on the wide shot there. Kaidan looked like he had a little bit of a glitch going on with his head. His head was bouncing up and down.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Or asked about the scientists.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out!
Alright. Got some more codexes. Press escape to the squad screen to spend talent points for new squad members. Alright. Since she's a soldier and we lost our previous soldier, let's pump them both into there.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems.
Okay, and I think that's it. Yep. Let's see. Ashley. Same weapons and company, but her Phoenix is from the Sirta Foundation. A biomedical firm, Sirta made its fortune eliminating several genetic diseases endemic to human populations. The Foundation is renowned for its humanitarian efforts and refuses to produce weapons or similar offensive products. They do, however, offer basic protection and utilitarian items ranging from armor to omni-tools to biotic amps. And she wears medium armor, which offers an increased level of protection, but also increases movement penalties affecting weapon accuracy. Soldiers need extra training to wear it. Alright. I don't think we have any more upgrades or anything I can put on. Nope, not yet. Okay, we got some loot over here.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Okay, we'll go there in a second. We got armor-piercing rounds and incendiary explosive. And we got some light armor, Scorpion 1. Okay, so the Scorpion is made by the same company as all our weapons, so no need to read up on them. Ah, this looks a lot better. Okay, and then the grenades, I have an upgrade for that. Incendiary explosive. Incendiary explosive releases a thermal paste on detonation that clings to and burns through virtually all known substances. 15% damage increase for 5 seconds. Put those on. And did we get a mod? Yes, armor-piercing rounds. Specifically designed to puncture metal, these rounds are particularly offensive against synthetic targets. Plus 15% damage versus synthetics, which is a very good thing because we're fighting synthetics. So I'm going to put that to my sniper rifle. Poor guy. That's one way to go, that's for sure. Who do these guys think they are? Vlad the Impaler? Because I listened to the tutorial, gives me a little... Ooh. I think I got him. Maybe. One of them is moving forward. What are you doing, Ashley? Headshot. She's a little boogie.
Eden Prime will never be the same again.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
I am putting my streams on YouTube. I'm not putting them in a playlist just yet. I kind of forgot to do that, but I am going to do that. I gotta do some management on my YouTube channel later on today.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Okay, we got a new pistol and a sniper rifle. And some more codexes.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer. The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight, ablative ceramic. The outer layer consists of automatically generated kinetic barriers. Objects traveling above a certain speed will trigger the barrier's reflex system and be deflected, provided there is enough energy left in the shield's power cell. Armored hard suits are sealable to protect the wearer from extremes of temperature and atmosphere. Standard equipment includes an onboard mini-frame and a communications, navigation, and sensing suite. The mini-frame is designed to accept and display data from a weapon's smart targeting system to make it easier to locate and eliminate enemies.
Yeah, Nate, for you, it will last for 60 days since you're an affiliate, but for me, it's only 20 days. But yeah, that's why I'm importing them into YouTube. So this way, it will be there forever. I don't know why Twitch deletes them, but maybe because so many people do so much streaming that was just too much for their servers. Hey Sherlock, how you doing? Alright, that's it on that. What's the equipment I got again? Oh yeah. We got the Hammer 1, that's a little bit more damage, but heat sink is worse and the accuracy is worse, so I'm not going to switch to him, but Ennis began as a privately owned Turian security firm. It has expanded into an interstellar conglomerate after opening itself up to foreign investments. Their affordable yet reliable body armor, weapons, and Omni tools are popular with security personnel and mercenaries. And we got a new pistol. Since I'm speccing with pistols too, I will take the Edge. A Volus manufacturing based in the Terminus system, the Aklos Combine produces less expensive versions of items carried by high-end manufacturers. Functional yet affordable armor, weapons, and Omni tools are also available from the Aklos Combine. Okay, 2 weeks for non-affiliates, 2 months for affiliates. Okay. And I don't think I have any more mods or anything. Nope. Okay. The beacon has been taken for the dig site. Maybe you can find clues by investigating the nearby research camp. And we've leveled up. Alright, we can't put any more into Charm. I do want to add a little bit into my sniper rifle specialization. Oh, so that was... Oh, so stupid. I thought I was using Barrier earlier and I kept on using Warp. I thought that was Barrier. Okay, now I have Barrier. And let's go ahead and increase a little bit into my abdit skill there. And let's add some extra armor. Kaidan. Wait. Decryption. And unlock electronics and basically that, so I can unlock stuff. And we'll throw a little bit into first aid. So Ashley, put 2 soldiers in, assault rifles, and her assault training. Okay. Well, I am going to put barrier here. Warp. 3, 2 will be throw or push. I have it's throw. Yes. Okay.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up. Oh god, they're still alive.
Zombies.
What did the Geth do to them?
Aim better. Come on. I don't know why that was so bad. I always forget about this upgrade kit. Glad to remember this time. Light armor, assassin. Alright. By the Eagles Combine. A little bit more damage protection, but the shields take a drastic drop. What about Kaidan? He can use the assassin. Give it to him. Codex.
After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines. Some Alliance soldiers refer to the husk-generating spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic race would bother to drain the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses, though the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious.
Okay. Got some buildings here. Got a pistol sep rifle and some more light armor. And some omni tool and a grenade. And nothing in there. Alright, so the Guardian. I lose a lot of damage protection and nothing with shields, so I'm not going to even try for that. And we already read about that company. And the pistol's no better. Nothing we can really use, but we can sell it. Or convert it to Omni Gel.
That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Some locked objects require decryption or electronics to access. If any squad members have acquired talent, you will be able to unlock the object using a decryption or electronic interface or by spinning Omni Gel. I really hate this minigame, so I am going to do what I've seen some other streamers do, and I'm going to cheese it. Spacebar.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
Don't worry. We'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers. Bringers of darkness. Heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him. The Prophet. Leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil. Awakened the beast. Unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
You know, you might think he's insane and crazy, but he actually knows he is definitely a prophet. He must have been touched by the beacon or something, because he actually predicted what's happening. Yeah, I know. I like to. It's funny to do, and I'll probably do the same thing.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Oh my God! What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
It was only a matter of time till he did something crazy and dangerous.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
He looks dead. By the way, he's... Ashley, get out of the way. Wait, was there anything, was there any chests or anything in here? I forget. Nope. some personal lockers. Yeah, I did.
Saren. Nihilus.
I don't know how they did not notice how evil he looks here already.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The council
Okay,
thought
Nate.
you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
Still alive. Not anymore. That's right, I didn't go through that. I'll go through these next time I level up. I'll go through some of the skills that I have unlocked. Alright, so head to the spaceport. Dr. Warren informed me the beacon was taken to Eden Prime Spaceport. You need to get there before the Geth claim it as their own. I don't know, I think we might be a little too late for that. Alright, so here's another locked room. I want a quick save.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone? You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull.
How?
Almost made it impossible to think.
Excuse me. Alright, so.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
Is that all?
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport, if he's still alive.
Alright, that's it.
I have to go.
Good luck.
Stinger 2 and combat sensor. I'll soon stop pushing E to, to open stuff. Alright, looks like there's a storage locker here. Easy electronics. So let's go ahead and manually open this guy up. Got some medium armor, light armor, and heavy armor. Nice. Bunch of armor here. Alright, let's see here. Ashley can take medium armor, so let's see if we can get her something better than what she has right now. Yeah, the Hydra by Aryan Labs. We already read about them. There's Dovlin Industries. Dovlin Industries is best known for producing basic armor models that can withstand a variety of environmental extremes such as cold, heat, and toxic exposure. They also market a complete line of military-grade weapons. And let's see, heavy armor, she can't wear it yet, but let's find out about the details of what heavy armor is. Heavy armor offers maximum protection against enemy fire, but has the highest movement penalties affecting weapon accuracy. Only specially trained frontline soldiers can wear it. Alright, so we're going to give her the Hydra. Find any mods for that. Assault rifle, there's nothing we got so far for that, but we have a combat sensor, which we will give to Caden on his shotgun that I have him using. Combat sensor. Some enemies use jamming technology to block your weapon's radar. The combat sensor upgrade improves detection levels, making enemies visible. Level 1 detection. Alright, and then with my Shepherd, I'm going to increase the Stinger 2. Heat sink goes down just by 1, but increase in damage per second and a really nice accuracy upgrade. I know I haven't used the pistol that much yet, but soon we'll be inside buildings and stuff, and that will come in handy then. And that's also by Dovlin Industries. I don't have anything for it. No mods. So, see, I think that's everything. Yeah. And I'm still only halfway to leveling up. Alright, just a second. I need to get a cushion for me because this chair is getting hard to sit on all this time. That's a lot better. Okay. want to work on the key bindings here real quick. For quick slot 1, some mouse button. So it's 2, some mouse button 2. No, change. I think that's. I only have 2 extra buttons. Need a better mouse with more buttons on it. Alright, that's. Alright, cool. And this one is. Throw. Okay.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
There's loot over here. We get loot first. Then we check out dead companions. Got some ammo upgrades. And a grenade. I want to still use the armor-piercing rounds here. But, let's see, for Ashley, it would be more sense for her to use anti-personnel rounds. Designed to shred flesh and other organic matter, these rounds are particularly effective against living targets, plus 15% damage versus organics. We're not finding organics, but we'll give her something. And Caden, shotgun, we're going to give him radioactive rounds. These rounds are stamped with minuscule amounts of radioactive material, inducing low levels of radiation sickness on the target. 15% decrease in cooldown reduction. So that means whoever gets hit with the radioactive rounds won't be able to use their special abilities as often. Alright. Whoa. Okay, there we are.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform, thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Why?
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift.
I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. It doesn't matter now, does it?
They're all dead. Everyone's dead.
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Forget about him. He's not worth it.
You're lucky the commander's here, pal. Hand over those grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
So we got High Explosive 1. Now he said it was top of the line experimental technology. It becomes obsolete pretty quickly in the game. So I don't think it's really top of the line. I think he was just telling us that. Alright, so on the journal here. Take the train. A Turian named Saren killed Nihilus. He may be working with the Geth. If the cargo train's the next platform, stop him before he gets the beacon. Alright. Let's go to our equipment, all of this, and now we'll move Incendiary Explosive to High Explosive. High Explosive grenades are modified to maximize their blast radius impact. Plus 10% damage, plus 50 centimeters of radius. Plus 50 centimeters, that doesn't seem like a whole lot. Plus 10% weapon force. Alright, and that's everything so far.
Take out those hostiles!
That's what you're supposed to be doing too? Come on, guys! Jeez. Oh, some more. Come on, pop your head up. There we go. Jeez. All right. Don't think there's anything else to grab, so nope, this. This cushion is not doing any good.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence
Might
that
need
we
a
were
new
here.
office chair. I think it feels flat. Looks like they're setting something up. Explosives.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Alright guys, let's go around this way. Anything over here? Nope, there's this bridge here. Ooh! I might move this up to hardcore because this veteran seems way too easy for me. Ouch! Guys, will you please just kill the Geth that are coming around on our flank instead of just letting them waltz right up to us? Oh, right there. I got him. No, I don't want that to do that. Not much time, come on. Alright, see you later, a little bit later, Belladonna. Weird way of disarming. Alright. Crate. Pistol, shotgun, and sniper rifle. I think it's a better shotgun for Kaidan. Yep, more damage and better heat sink capabilities. Accuracy goes down a little bit, but not by much. Yeah, the edge, not much better. It's not better than my Stinger I already have. Just make sure I got everything set. Yep. Actually, is there any new? Nope, no new assault rifles for her yet. Got the husks. Alright, that's everybody. Got a technician kit here. Stimulant pack and shock absorbers. It's for our armor. Okay, we already have shock absorbers 2. This other one is 1, which is only a plus 10%. So we'll keep the shock absorbers. The stimulant pack is armor equipped with stim packs release targeted shots of adrenaline to speed up recovery and recharge times. I might actually go ahead and use this since I use abilities. I would love to get the cooldowns to go a little bit better. So, Ashley, since she's front line, I will give her the shock absorbers 2, and Kaidan will get the shock absorbers 1. All right. First of all, 2, so I don't forget to do it. Store 1. Now, okay, mark for trash. Same with all these pistols. So these sniper rifles. And these armors. This way I can just quickly sell them. No, I'm not off Phoenix Prime yet. I like reading everything, looking at everything, reading about all the different stuff, so it's going to take me a while to get off, but I'm almost done. I'm almost there. And then I'll probably spend the next 8 hours on the Citadel. shotgun and a sniper rifle. Oh yeah, I do everything. I try to complete 100% everything I do. I also like reading everything. I was like, if the game designers take the time to write and input it into the game, I'm going to read it. Hammer 2's not better than the Avenger 1 I already have. Really? You never knew about the wreck officer in the cargo bay? Oh. Sorry to laugh about that, but that is good. That's funny. There's been times where I play a game I played for constantly for years, and then eventually I find out something that was in the game that I never knew. I'm trying to remember, there was one that I played recently that I didn't know was in there, and I think it was one of the an old game from the early 2000s. Okay, we got a safe here. Got phasic rounds, radioactive rounds. Let's see what those phasic rounds are. Phasic rounds, instead of projectiles, upgraded weapons release charged particle bolts that could bypass kinetic shield barriers. However, the actual damage done to the target is typically less than what can be done by a standard round. Plus 20% shield bypass, but negative 30% damage. I will not use those. I do not like the phasic rounds. Passing through the shields with the less damage, I just don't think it's worth it. Now, the legendary edition of this really did a good job at this area right here. Got light armor for a Turian. We don't even have a Turian yet. And we got a new pistol. Let's see, is that a new company that made that armor, Turian armor? Nope. This is Earth-based one. For some reason they make a Turian armor.
My God. It's like someone dropped a bomb.
That must be where the Geth ship landed.
Hey, I've been watching you for a few nights already and stuff. I think you're a pretty good gamer. Show some self-esteem, damn it. Alright, I think we exhausted everything here. Now it's time for us to leave Eden Prime. Quick save it here, though.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
No, don't touch it. It's too...
don't know. We first met on
We
on
identified the ship that touched down
MySpace
on
back
Pigeon
in the
Pine.
early 2000s,
The
I think, like
Normandy,
2005
a
or
human
4.
alliance vessel.
But then went
It
to
was under
Facebook.
the command of Captain Anderson.
We don't know how
They
long.
managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Well over a decade for that, that's for sure.
This human must be eliminated.
I think you need some anger management classes.
Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I was saying, Nate, I think we've been friends for well over a decade. We first met on MySpace through fondness of Ted Dekker books. And then we moved on into Facebook. But I really don't know exactly how long that's been. No, it's not Shout Life, because I was never on Shout Life. I created a Ted Dekker fan group on MySpace since there wasn't one, and I was looking around for people who showed Ted Dekker as an interest, and I sent you a request to join the group. And I've seen you sometimes show self-confidence. Basically about with you working out and stuff. Yeah, I haven't read Ted Dekker in a while too. I've listened to some of his books on Audible when I was working and stuff, but it's been a while. I really like some of his. Though it's sad on how the movies that based after his books like 3 and House, those were just downright terrible. I love those books, but those movies, oh my gosh. Especially 3. 3 just totally destroyed the story.
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
Yeah, I know. Blink never came on, and I really liked Blink, but then after I saw that movie, that had Nicolas Cage in it. What is it called? Does it Happen? I'm trying to remember what that Nicolas Cage movie is. After that came out, I was like, well, I know Blink's not going to happen because everyone's going to just blame that Blink is just a ripoff of that movie.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine.
Oh, knowing,
But
that's
I
right.
detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Oh yeah, I read Monster. I haven't read The Oath, but I read Monster, and oh, Monster would make a great movie. Yeah, books and movies. That's why I think a lot of books should be made into miniseries. Like the coming out here soon on to Amazon, Wheel of Time. It's a very long book series, about 15 books, but I read it. I listened to the Audible version of them as I worked for like a good year, and oh man, that is a good book series, and I can't wait for the show. I'm so glad they're making it into a TV show, because if they did it in a movie, I would probably refuse to watch it. The only good books that I ever seen, any movies I've seen that were based after books that were good, were the Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. There might be a few more out there here and there, though.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault.
I might look into the Oath.
You did a good job, Shepard.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
That's a mistake. Get her out of here.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Yeah, my dad, was a huge Jurassic Park fan of the book, but he's also a fan of the movie too. He says he understands that it changed things, but in the book, the body count was way, way higher. Because in the book, they didn't evacuate the island. The island was still fully staffed when the dinosaurs got unleashed.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
Also, I think it's kind of funny how in the Jurassic Park book, the lawyer actually was a bodybuilder and actually flipped a velociraptor right over his head down a flight of stairs.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
Our death.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it.
You know...
But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I don't know why they didn't have the Sorry Chancellor mind meld with Shepard to see the vision, just like you do with Liara. It just, for me, that was always a big plot hole in this. Like, why didn't they do that? That would have been proof to them of what's going on. But no, they totally just pushed that aside. It's like having a Vulcan never doing a mind meld with somebody who's trying to claim something that happened. It's just, for me, I was just like, why didn't they do that?
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Alright, so we got some Codex entries here.
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the Wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
Alright, we have here statistics of the Citadel Station. Although the Citadel is equipped with Mass Effect generating element 0 cores, most of the gravity in the station is generated by the centrifugal force of rotation. It rotates every 3.5 minutes. Gravity is just slightly above Earth's, but the rotational gravity of the Presidium is awfully light, so you probably jump pretty high there. Okay, just the length, the diameter, the wards, Presidium ring diameter. Armor thickness is about 13 meters. Population is 13.2 million, not including the Keepers. Pretty damn heavy. And the Presidium Tower is basically over a kilometer long, tall. Okay, that's it on that stuff there. Our journal. Well, the cop intel Joker be normally to dock with the Citadel. We're still on Find the Beacon. We're still on the prologue. If this was a modern game, probably the word Mass Effect will probably show up when we reach Citadel. Like a lot of games nowadays, they have like basically a 3 to 4 hour intro until you see the title of the game show up. We've got a back room here. Can't do anything in there. So this is the med bay. Replenish our money. Medigel. We've got a codex entry for it.
Combat Medigel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Medigel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
Alright, I'll be right back. I need to take a quick bio break, so I will be back in probably in about just maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay. Yes, I return for some more Mass Effect.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander. Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. Doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
Really?
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck.
It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not gonna be happy about that.
Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
How is that our fault? Just because it happened on a human colony, it was Saren that did it. Even if they don't believe it was Saren, still, how it's our fault that a Spectre got killed when the Geth were attacking?
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I was a regular Navy brat. I got a little more noteworthy than the folks expected.
Oh, that's right, the Blitz. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
Just follow your orders, stop questioning me.
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander. Joker's waiting for you on the bridge.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Getting migraines is considered lucky? I've had migraines before, and those are not fun at all.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Throughout the game, if you watch Caden, at times you'll sometimes wipe his head and stuff, and that's mainly because of the fact he has a migraine going on. You don't see him doing it here, but you'll see him eventually throughout the game, at times kind of rubbing his head.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
Soldiers die.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Alright, got some Paragon out of that. So these are the sleeping pods for the crew. They probably rotate out and stuff, and just hope that whoever your bunkmate is took a shower before getting into one of these. We also got our own personal locker here. Got a pistol, shotgun, and a sniper rifle. Another codex. System Alliance N7. The Alliance Military Vocational Code System classifies the career path of all serving personnel. The MVC consists of one letter and one number. A soldier's MVC indicates proficiency, not rank. The letter denotes career path. The number indicates level of experience as indicated by service record, technical scores, and commendation. All 26 letters are used and the numbers run from 1 to 7. N is the letter code for Special Forces personnel. So being an N7 means that you're on the highest level of experience in the Special Forces. Technology. Biotics. Biotic amps. Biotics manipulate mass effect fields using dozens of element zero nodules within their nervous system that reacts to electrical stimuli from the brain. Amplifiers allow biotics to synchronize these nodules so that they can form fields large enough and strong enough for practical use. Amplifiers can improve a specific discipline or talent. An implant is a surgically embedded interface port onto which amps are plugged in. On humans, the implant is usually placed at the base of the skull for convenient access, though the user must be careful to keep it free of contaminants. Implant ports can fit a variety of amps, and there is a growing market for modification and add-ons. The finest quality implants and amps are manufactured by Ansari artisans. The Alliance L3 implants, first deployed in 2170, are a significant step forward. And we also got technology here.
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to element zero. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
Okay. Let's see, that Reaper 2 actually is a better sniper rifle than what I have. Accuracy goes down, but nice. Okay.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
The Normandy's vehicle bay, using a squad member's lockers, allows you to sign equipment on them. New equipment may be purchased from the recreation officer. And here we have the locker of Kaidan and Ashley. Looks like we can get 4 other companions. Guns all lined up. There's the Mako. Beautiful looking tank, but oh man, sometimes it's so. And we got a Codex.
The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates. Though the interior is cramped, an M35 is small enough to be carried in the cargo bay and easily deployed on virtually any world. With its turreted 155mm mass accelerator and coaxially mounted machine gun, the Mako can provide a fire team with weapon support as well as mobility. Since Alliance Marines may be required to fight on any world, the Mako is environmentally sealed and equipped with microthrusters for use on low-gravity planetoids. The Mako is powered by a sealed hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell and includes a small Element Zero core. While not large enough to nullify the vehicle's mass, the core can reduce it enough to be safely airdropped. When used in conjunction with thrusters, it also allows the Mako to extricate itself from difficult terrain.
Ha! Ha! Ha 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 ha! Yeah, sure. More than likely, you'll just turtle it.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Yeah, Hannah is an atrocious good luck. Yeah, exactly. I think the Mako should come with a big warning label on it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
I think this is kind of like profiteering. I don't know.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Ooh! I've done that so many times, Belladonna. Cracking your screen. That is... Oh. I once was walking into class one day and I tripped and I dropped my phone and it landed screen side down onto some gravel and it just was pockmarked with a bunch of little spider webs all over the place.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
I'll go to sell, and I'll sell all the junk that I have indicated right now. Some other stuff here too. Let's take away this Avenger. These 2 shotguns. 2 pistols. And we'll never use phasic rounds. So I'll sell all those. What does he have available? I know he has some unique items. Yeah, Metagel and grenade upgrade. So let's buy those. And then basically I never buy anything else from him ever again in this game. Yeah, in fact, I think I have that phone still in here somewhere. I don't know if I don't think I kept it in here though. I may have just thrown it away, but yeah, it got beat up pretty bad. Yeah, I don't see it in here. If I did leave it in here, it's somewhere else. I tend to always keep everything that all my old phones and everything. I have like a pile of old phones. Probably think about recycling them. So, Nate, since you said you didn't know that this guy was here, what do you thought all those licenses you can buy from vendors were? You're like, why do I buy licenses for? I don't need these. Yeah, I've got a codex and some experience. That's what I like, is you walk around the ship looking at things and you get an experience for it. So let's see what this codex was. It's on the primary.
Biotics is the Omni-Tools are handheld devices that combine a computer microframe, sensor analysis pack, and manufacturing fabricator. Versatile and reliable, an Omni-Tool can be used to analyze and adjust the functionality of most standard equipment, including weapons and armor, from a distance. The fabrication module can rapidly assemble small three-dimensional objects from common reusable industrial plastics, ceramics, and light alloys. This allows for field repairs and modifications to most standard items, as well as the reuse of salvaged equipment. Omni-Tools are standard issue for soldiers and first-in colonists.
Oh. Well, he is kind of like in a corner. You really don't. If you really just go down to engineering and stuff, you're just gonna go like to Tally, Garrus, and Rex and Ashley. You're not really gonna be looking all around. You might just think he's some kind of guard standing by some equipment.
Element Zero can increase or decrease the mass of a volume of space-time when subjected to an electrical current. With a positive current, mass is increased. With a negative current, mass is decreased. The stronger the current, the greater the magnitude of the dark energy mass effect. In space, low-mass fields allow FTL travel and inexpensive surface-to-orbit transit. High-mass fields create artificial gravity and push space debris away from vessels. In manufacturing, low-mass fields permit the creation of evenly blended alloys, while high-mass compaction creates dense, sturdy construction materials. The military makes extensive use of mobility-enhancing technologies, with Mass Effect utilizing fighting vehicles standard frontline issue in most military forces. Mass Effect fields are also essential in the creation of kinetic barriers or shields to protect against enemy fire.
Okay.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander. Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Biotics is, when subjected to an electrical current, the rare material dubbed Element Zero, or EZO, emits a dark energy field that raises or lowers the mass of all objects within it. This mass effect is used in countless ways, from generating artificial gravity to manufacturing high-strength construction materials. It is most prominently used to enable faster-than-light space travel. EZO is generated when solid matter, such as a planet, is affected by the energy of a star going supernova. The material is common in the asteroid debris that orbits neutron stars and pulsars. These are dangerous places to mine, requiring extensive use of robotics, telepresence, and shielding to survive the incredible radiation from the dead star. Only a few major corporations can afford the setup costs required to work these primary sources. Humanity discovered refined Element Zero at the Prothean Research Station on Mars, allowing them to create Mass Effect fields and develop FTL travel.
Okay. That's it for right now, down in here. Alright, let's go talk to Joker. Perhaps the best character in the entire game. Got another codex entry here. This time secondary. Communications. Real-time communications is possible thanks to a network of expansive mass relay comm buoys that can daisy-chain a transmission via lasers. Comm buoys are maintained in patterns built outward from each mass relay. The buoys are little more than a cluster of primitive miniature mass relays. Each individual buoy is connected to a partner on another buoy in the network, forming a corridor of low mass space. Tight beam communication lasers are piped through these tubes of FTL space, allowing virtually instantaneous communication to anywhere in the network. The network connects across regions by communication lasers through mass relays. With this system, the only communication delay is a light lag between the sources or destination in the closest buoy, so long as all parties remain within half of a light second, 1,500 kilometers from the buoys. Seamless real-time communications are possible. Since buoys are maintained in all traveled areas, most enjoy unlimited instant communication. Ships only suffer communication lag when operating off established deep space routes around uninhabited outer system gas giants or other unsettled areas. During wartime, comm buoys network are the first target of attack. Once the network is severed, it can take anywhere from weeks to years to get a message out to a contested system. In systems where buoy networks have not yet been built or has been destroyed, rapid communication means ferrying information through high-speed courier ships and unmanned data drones. Got here Nav Manual 1.4.1. System lines, military jargon. Ashore! When ship crew leaves the vessel, they are ashore. This normally used regarding planets can refer to boarding a space station. Away! When a ship releases the equipment tethering to a space station or surface dock, it is away. Aye aye, the proper way to acknowledge an order. If told to attack, the correct response is aye aye sir. If asked, are you proud to be a Marine? The correct response is yes sir. ASAP, pronounced ASAP, an acronym for all as soon as possible. Belay, stop, cease. Bridge, the navigation center of a spacecraft where steering is done. Captain's Mass, non-judicial disciplinary proceedings by unit commanders. CIC, Combat Information Center, the command center of a spacecraft. The CIC is filled with sensor displays to make sense out of the chaos of combat. DC, Damage Control, the containment and repair of a damage to a spacecraft. ECM, Electronic Countermeasures, used to avoid enemy sensors from passive emissions masking to active jamming. EVA, Extravehicular Activity, time spent in a pressure suit outside of a vehicle, spacecraft, or station. Flank, The flank is the side of a military formation. Since soldiers are facing elsewhere, the enemy can attack the flank. It often means to turn it or roll it up. FNG, freaking new guys, a derisive term for inexperienced personnel. We pretty much know what freaking actually means. Ground side, the surface of a planet. Helmsman, the crew member who pilots a spacecraft. Radar, light amplified detection and ranging, an active sensor that bounces lasers off an object to determine its bearing and distance. Radar has sufficient resolution that the data can be reconstructed into an image. Shore party, spacecraft crews set ashore on official business. Silent running, an old submarine term used to aboard the Normandy to denote when stealth systems are active. SITREP, abbreviation for situation report, an evaluation of the current military situation. Spacer, someone who has spent most of their life in space. XO, executive officer, the second in command of the Alliance warship. The XO is responsible for administrative and personal matters. We have Preston, Navigator Presley's here.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
No one really seems that broken up about it, though. Everyone else are all just talking. What the? Oh, there's a mic. Alright, don't touch Joker.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Love the music.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
The Presidium.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
The dude looks like he has some kind of skin disease or something right now, because he's like super... It's like his skin is like 3 different tones of color. Just a second, let me grab something. Suffers a disease called existing. Oh, that's good. Oh, he said like you brought half of your crew with you. It's like, oh come on, just three people.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the C-Sec investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Oh boy. So since it was just smoking, I'm pretty sure that everyone's okay though. Well, that's the important thing. And building on Took, you don't like Leon? I assume you mean Leon from Resident Evil? Oh. I got a computer console here. Oh, okay. So it's like if you were dissing Leon from Resident Evil, I'm gonna. Those are fighting words. I mean, I don't like his hairstyle and stuff, but he's not too bad of a character. It's far worse. Alright, easy to Krypton. Let's go ahead and... Lions Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol in the Argos World Cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Should we send in a recon team? We will go and investigate that later on. Let's see Codex here.
The Citadel. The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
Journal Unusual Readings, investigate system. Go to the Hydra system and the Argos World Cluster and investigate. Excuse me.
understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very serious. This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right. I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash. Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell.
And we leveled up.
You, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Alright. Let's see here. What will be good to upgrade? Probably should do at least one in all my biotics. Barrier. Barriers is bolsters my shield with biotic barrier. Warp is inflicts 6 damage to target every second. And throw the enemy away from the center of force at 600 newtons. Of course, basic armor is what do you assume? Just be able to equip armor. Alright, I'm going to add some more to my charm. Let's add some sniper rifles so I can get assassination. And I'm going to add some to armor so I can get to unlock pistols. Let's see, Caden. Let's get advanced sabotage so we can do average objects, and let's increase his electronics. And put one in Sentinel. Actually, just give him barrier. Okay, and Ashley, let's finish up her I don't know why I can't talk today. Soldier. There we go. Let's increase her combat armor. So now she has shield boost. Alright, got some codex here.
The Elcor are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. Elcor speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and subvocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky, and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys.
Okay. I think that's all in the codexes. Yep. Oh, mission here. Okay. Go to the tower. Let's talk to Dan here.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Alright, man. See you later.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Dan. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
We're not part of the Council
Dismissive.
yet.
Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Why are you so cranky?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
You can tell right before the Elcor bastard talk, you could hear the grumble in his voice.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Keeper.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
Yeah, most of the Volus that you meet throughout this game, especially in the second one, seem to be criminals or drug dealers.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
The only good Volus in there, though, was the pizza delivery Volus.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
I'm just thinking about that kid. No, about how he turns around and Shepard looks down at him like, what are they doing here? And James is like, I was hungry, so I ordered pizza.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
I think we all know why he had the munchies. Okay, this was my area. Can walk down here. Can't go through there. How do those leaves get there? There's no... Oh, there's a tree right up there. Somebody sweep that up.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I'm sorry, but this does not seem very realistic. There's no way that these embassies are the only ones helping out just one species. This is probably just the main offices. There should be way more personnel here.
What's your name?
Oh, I already asked that.
My
Sorry.
name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant
All right.
for the embassies.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
We'll go to this side first before we head further into the Presidium. Looks like some more offices. Oh yeah, this is a little bit more like it. Still seems very underwhelming amount of not that many workers, but Yeah, I should go. And then exit left. Or is it exit right? Which way? Exit left if they're left. That's always it is. They always like have a certain way they exit out and they just turn and continue walking.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Got an archive here. Got some more XP. Citadel Station, Presidium Ring. The ring is an enclosed loop of park-like space serving as a connection point to the wards. The interior walls are lined with the embassies of influential species and private residents of the galaxy's elite. The Presidium is full of open-air restaurants, bars, and luxurious meeting areas. Gravity is about 1/3 Earth normal. A holographic sky is projected over the ceiling of the ring. Unlike the 24/7 bustle of the wards, the Presidium maintains a 20-hour day cycle with a 6-hour night, where lights are dimmed and the sky goes through a night cycle. Offices and residences are often open to the interior. It's not unusual for the embassies to have no exterior walls at all. This does not cause a crime problem due to the heavy CSEC presence and ambiguous monitoring devices of the Presidium. Thieves are quickly identified and apprehended. The ring is the location of the Citadel spaceports. Being closer to the center of spin, there is less motion for a ship to match, and the reduced spin gravity makes handling cargo easier. Hundreds of ships pass through the Citadel every day, and every species within the embassy is granted a private dock. The tower at the center of the rings holds the administration of the Citadel Council. The tower rises over a kilometer from the ring, appearing to thrust upwards parallel to the ward arms. As the tower is at the center of the axis spin, it experiences less centrifugal force. Gravity is maintained using mass effect fields at a 90-degree angle to the ring and wards. A consular dock can be found at the base of the tower. While normally used for diplomatic couriers and inspector businesses, the central dock here can be to evacuate the council government in an emergency. Oh, some more codex. Ah, right here. Go ahead and look at the Volus.
The Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open.
Ew.
Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy. The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Okay. And some more codex. Treaty of Ferrixkin. Due to the destructive potential of dreadnoughts, the Council races agreed at the Ferrixkin Naval Conference to fix a ratio of dreadnought construction between themselves. At the top of the pyramid is the peacekeeping Turian fleet. Below the Turians is the other Council races, currently the Asari and Solarians. Council associate races are at the bottom. The Human Spectre Alliance is part of this last group. The ratio of Turian to Council to associate dreadnoughts is 5-3-1. Very dreadnought humans are permitted to build. The Asari have 3, the Turians have 5.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
It's good to meet you. Door here.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
We're not favorites.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Sure.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres. They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
Yeah, later on you'll be charged for corruption.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. But the potential is always there.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, we got some more codex. Citadel Security is a volunteer police service answering to the Citadel Council. The 200,000 constables of CSEC are responsible for maintaining public order in the densely populated Citadel. They also provide pirate suppression, custom enforcement, and search and rescue throughout the Citadel cluster. C6 has 6 divisions. Enforcement, uniformed officers who patrol the Citadel and respond to emergencies. Investigation, Detectives who puzzle out the truth behind crimes and bring perpetrators to justice. Customs screens the thousands of passengers and cargo containers that pass through the Citadel ports every day. Network deals with cybercrimes like identity and copyright theft, hacking and viral attack, and illegal artificial intelligence. Special Response deals with hostage situation, bombs, and heavily armored criminals. And in the unlikely event that attacks board the Citadel, they're also the front line of defense, armed with military-grade equipment. Patrol. Naval arm with ships stationed throughout the Citadel cluster. Unlike the other divisions, they're rarely seen at the Citadel, nor do they stay in one place long. Looks like they have the council can appear here too if they need to talk to him. Just love how beautiful the Presidium is. With this legendary edition, it's just even more beautiful. And we've got a computer console here that we could decrypt. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring the situation warranted. My fellow Biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. If you understand us, if you will tolerate us, we must stand together. We must build our own world. Come, join us at the Hawking Eta cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. And we've got a journal entry for that. Head to the Sentry system in the Hawking Eta cluster and investigate the strange biotic commune.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she wouldn't. She'd be tossed out the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too.
Shut up, Fredericks.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Okay, sorry.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort? She entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Alright, that's just dead over there. I think we exhausted everything we do at the end of the series. Okay. So hard save. And I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to go. I'm coming up to 4 hours on this stream, and I got cleaning I need to do if we want to get this place looking good for a cat that we're going to get this weekend. So I need to go and get things cleaned up and everything. I should be streaming again on Thursday afternoon. I don't know exactly when yet. It depends on when I get back from work and when I can get things set up to start. I will most likely do Doom or Just Cause. Most likely Doom. I want to get into that again and get through that so I can move on to Doom Eternal. But otherwise than that, I want to hope the rest of you to have a good Tuesday and have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you all again on Thursday afternoon. And yeah, just take care, and I'll see you guys later. Bye now.